right, we're on the record. It's August 20th, 2019. This is Judge Wish, Courtroom 1, Session 1. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Copy Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of the State Attorney.
Cody Jordan with the Public Defender's Office.
Is it Bannister or Parks?
Parks, Carlos Parks.
Yeah.
And he been in the move-ups. Oh.
Well, I got two. Miss Washington first, Bannister, Parks.
Parks.
I'd say.
Third or fourth,
Fourth.
after the first move-ups.
Carlos Parks.
Yes, it's a reset from yesterday.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Thank you.
Yes, Washington.
second session was set as well.
Oh, I see.
Thank you. So the offer was time served from yesterday, so she has 2 days in now.
Oh, I'm sorry.
And just, oh, I don't know.
You are my coach.
What's going on back there?
I hear her.
Is that Miss Washington? Is she able to control herself in the courtroom?
Oh, yeah, she'll be okay.
Okay. Because I can hear her from over here. I've been on the record for 5 minutes, yeah, so I've just been waiting. All right, please tell me your name, ma'am. Tell me your name.
What is my name? I can't see. I can't hear.
All right, please tell me your name. If you can't tell me your name, then we're just gonna send you right back out that door. I don't think you want that. What's your name, ma'am? Are you Miss Washington?
Yeah.
Cheryl Washington?
Mm.
All right, you've been charged in 2019 MO 1472AO. You're arrested for alcoholic beverages and open container. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer from Miss Washington if she wanted to resolve her case today?
Yes, Your Honor, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served should be released today with 2 days.
And I'd have to impose court costs. Do you wanna do that, Miss Washington?
Well, Whatever you,
Well,
I don't understand. I just woke up. Excuse my manners, ma'am.
All right.
I have a
Okay.
twin.
I need to know if you want to take the offer. It's an adjudication
I
with
want-
credit for time served. You have 2 days, and you'll get out, and I have to impose court costs.
I have 2 days what?
Credit for time served.
Oh, I want to get out,
Okay.
but let me check. I can't see.
Your Honor, may I have a moment to discuss this with my client?
That all beverages, it was in the, where the sidewalk, so anybody could have walked by and thrown that from the
Okay, well, if you have a defense to the charge, you're more than welcome to fight the charge. Today's not that day,
No,
so,
I don't want to fight it. I wanna
Okay.
go home.
you want to plea?
Do you understand the
I ain't
rights?
gonna let me out. Oh, that's what I said?
Do you understand the rights you're given?
No, I don't. Oh,
Your Honor, I have
Okay.
concerns.
I'm ready to go, man.
She apparently does not
I just
understand the
woke up.
rights.
I understand. I'm
She's
You
be
have
giving
free.
up.
somebody back
I
there that
wanna
can
be
read her the
free.
plea form?
Ma'am, I understand what you say. I'm be free. Why is just stuff, when you saying court calls?
Okay, we're gonna reset Miss Washington for tomorrow. I'm not taking the plea.
You gonna reset me? That mean I'm gonna be staying here?
All right, please tell me your name, sir. Is Miss Warnock coming in? That's who I had next.
1 second, Charlie.
Okay. All right, ma'am, please tell me your name.
Jacqueline Hornick.
All right, Ms. Warnock, you're here in 2019 CF 11819AO. You're arrested for battery on a law enforcement officer, assault on a law enforcement officer, resisting an officer with violence, and trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back to the Bank of America building at 390 North Orange Avenue. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition, and you're to abide by all trespass warnings. I believe the battery on a law enforcement officer is, the bond is 2,500. You have it listed as 1,500, but I don't.
If it was a bond correction form, we'd ask that the
That's not
bond
for
stay.
this, that's not for this sheet. I don't have a bond correction form for this case.
It's 25. Bond
2,500, yeah, that's what I thought. So the bond will be set at 2,500 on count one. Each additional subsequent offense is 100, 150, and 100. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Page Marcus.
All right, Mr. Page, you're here in 2019 MM 6950AO. You're arrested for resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. You did not fill out a form for the public defender. Did you want to see if the state had an offer to resolve your case today?
Yes, the offer's adjudication, credit for time served of 2 days.
So the offer is adjudication, credit for time served, and you have 2 days, and I would have to impose court costs if you want to accept that offer, and I have not appointed the public defender's office, but Do you want to accept that offer, Mr. Page, without an attorney? Okay. All right, did you want a plea no contest, sir? Do you want a plea no contest? Can you hear
Yes,
me?
yes.
Okay. I'm showing you the plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Is that a yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 20th, 2020. That gives you a year to pay them off. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. All right, good luck to you.
Yes, ma'am. You too, thank you.
Please tell me your name, sir.
Carlos Parks.
All right, Mr. Parks. You're here in 2019 CF 11757AO, and you're arrested for lewd or lascivious molestation of a child between the ages of 12 and 15. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the Public Defender's Office to represent you, and we have a witness here.
Yes, Your Honor, the victim's mother is present, but obviously the victim's a minor. Can I have her sworn in?
Absolutely. Can you raise your right hand to be sworn in, ma'am, please?
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes,
Please state your name for the record.
Kirsten Kinder.
May I inquire, Your Honor?
Yes.
And Ms. Kinder, how do you know the victim in this case?
That's my daughter,
Okay, and where do you live in relationship to where this incident occurred?
about 4 doors down.
And is that the residence where this defendant has been living?
Yes,
Are you concerned if he is allowed to return to that residence that he's still gonna have contact with the minor child?
yes, because the family don't believe what happened, so I'm scared to even let my daughter out the door right now.
And how old is your child?
She's 13 years old.
Okay, and you want to make sure that the judge imposes a no contact order between the defendant and that minor child?
Yes, I don't even want him down that road. I can literally go out my door and see their door. I'm gonna leave here and go put a restraining order on him. My daughter even had been having nightmares. It's just been real crazy, and I want the bond so high where he don't get out. I befriended him, and he did our trust. You know, I sent my daughter down to get touched on in ways that I ain't never touched her before. You know, I'm going all the way, and I'm gonna be here to every court date.
I have no further questions, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Jordan, did you have any questions?
No.
Okay, so ma'am, I understand your concerns. I don't know if I can keep him out of the home that he's living in. But there are ways, and I'm sure Ms. Kenny Swanson's explained to you about going downtown to the courthouse downtown and doing the proper paperwork for an injunction.
And she did say, Your Honor, that there is an alternate way so that he doesn't have to go by her door. He
Okay,
can go an alternate way to get to the door that he lives in.
okay, I just can't kick him out of his own
I
house.
explained.
Okay,
He lives
So-
in Atlanta, though.
okay.
He lives in Atlanta, Georgia.
Well, if
but-
that's the residence that he's staying at, I can't kick him out of his
Okay.
residence, okay?
Okay.
So, but there are ways that you can go about making sure he stays a certain distance from your home, okay?
Yes.
And the other thing is that this is a felony of the second degree.
I explained it.
So it is not a punishable by life felony, nor is it a first degree felony. I cannot hold him no bond. He's entitled to a bond. And the goal of bond is to make sure somebody comes to court. It's not to make sure that they're not able to get out of jail. And I understand you don't want him out of jail, but I need to explain that to you, that the purpose of the bond is to make sure that he shows up to any court dates that he's supposed to go to. It's not to hold him in jail
Okay.
unless there's a punishable by life felony or, or I find that there's specific facts that would allow me to do that, and, I don't know if there are in this particular case,
Okay.
okay? So just so that you understand that, Ms. Kennedy Swanson, did you want to be heard as to bond?
Your Honor, as to bond, state will request a $25,000 bond, no contact with the victim, no return to the victim's residence, that he be required to take the alternative route, so that he does not have to come in front of the victim's residence house, which I guess is 4 doors down from where the victim lives. No unsupervised contact with any minor children as well. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
All right, Mr. Jordan, anything else?
Your Honor, we have no objection to the conditions. We just asked for a lower bond at
I
$10,000.
understand. Okay. All right, so Mr. Parks, these are gonna be the conditions of your release. So you're not to have any contact with the victim or the victim's family or any witnesses in the case. Do you understand that condition?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. You're not to possess any weapons, any firearms, or any ammunition. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to have any unsupervised contact with any minor child under the age of 18. And I don't know the area of where you live, but if there is an alternative route and you do not have to go by the victim's residence, then you're gonna need to take that alternative route. If for some reason you do not and somebody takes a phone out and snaps a photograph of you, that could be a violation of your release. And I or some other judge could revoke your release and hold you at no bond. Do you understand all of those conditions?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And, State, was there any other conditions that I missed that you requested?
No,
Okay.
Your Honor.
All right, and so for purposes of bond, I am gonna do the $25,000 bond. I think that is a reasonable bond considering your history as well as the facts of the case. And so if you cannot meet that bond, your attorneys can file any appropriate motions in the division in which this will be heard. Again, but you're not to go back to the victim's residence or have any contact with any of the victim's family or the victim or any witnesses in the case, okay?
Okay.
All right? Thank you. Thank you for your testimony.
Sure.
Can we put the alternative
Okay.
defendant alternative route residence? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Keon Agro.
All right, Mr. Agro, you're here in 2019 CF 11779AO. You're arrested for fleeing and attempting to elude a law enforcement officer with lights and sirens activated and possession of cannabis less than 20 grams. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I'm gonna set your bond at $7,500 on count 1. It will remain at $100 on count 2. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription.
So do you have a
All right, sir, please tell me your name.
Albert Banks.
All right, Mr. Banks, you're here in 2019 CF 11017AO. You were arrested pursuant to a warrant in which probable cause was found for possession of MDMA. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I am gonna stay the bond at the $1,000. I'm not gonna take action on your Osceola County case today, but that doesn't mean that the state can't file a motion to revoke bond in the case. So you might wanna just be aware of that. I don't know about what's going on in Osceola. I don't even know if the charges have been filed on it or not, so, but Just so you're aware, anybody, if you get arrested again, your bond can be revoked in both of those cases,
Yes,
okay?
ma'am.
All right.
That's fine.
There's that on people.
All right, please tell me your name.
Francesca Berry.
All right, Ms. Berry, you're here in 2019 CF 11825AO. You're arrested for tampering with physical evidence, introducing contraband into a facility, county facility, and trespass on property after warning. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. And Mr. Jordan, you had a probable cause challenge.
Yes, Your Honor. After reading both police reports in the misdemeanor case and the felony case, it appears that there is no second trespass. The trespass after warning charge that is found both in the felony case and the sole charge of the misdemeanor case are the same victim in the same incident.
I didn't even see the second case, so thank you. It was,
Say there's no objection to RORs to count 3 on the felony, and then to set bond on the misdemeanor.
And we have more objections as we go up the list. The introduction of contraband into the county facility. According to the police report, the contraband alleged to have belonged to the defendant was found in the police car, not in the county facility. The statute, which is Florida Statute 951.22, does not enumerate introducing contraband into police vehicles. It is only into the facility itself.
right, but when you enter into the property of the facility, then you are introducing it into the facility.
Well, the question
I
then.
believe there's case law that supports that, but I don't, I mean, I can't cite to it, but I believe that.
Well, and.
Yeah, once you come into the
Do not
property,
say a word.
so, yeah.
And, well, Your Honor, as to that point, whether or not the alleged contraband was indeed contraband, it was never tested. There was no field test for it. The officer just says it's a needle that has some kind of liquid inside. He does not field test the item. He does not identify the item as a specific type of contraband, which is listed and enumerated under the statute. I would also note that tampering with physical evidence, we're at this point again, abandonment does not equal tampering. I do have case law on that I have shown Your Honor prior. If you would like me to approach with that, I could cite it, or
That's fine.
Well, state will request 24 hours, Your Honor.
Okay, so I'm gonna give the state the 24
State
hours.
will withdraw its no objection to ROR on the trespass, and give the officer 24 hours to look at both cases and all trespass.
Okay, and I disagree with your point as to the introduction into the county facility. I agree that the substance was not tested, however, there is a needle. I don't know if that would support introduction
well,
of contraband, considering it's a needle and a syringe.
it lists
Well,
the
the state's
contraband.
gonna have their 24 hours to get what they need. If they have it, they have it. If they don't, they don't. She's also being held on an out-on-bond case anyway. So, I will give the state 24 hours on both cases, and I did not mention 2019 MM 6943, in which she's charged with trespass on property after warning. So, we'll give the state the 24 hours that they need. Yeah, both
You
cases.
can always bond out, but no, they can't send you on a felony.
No, I mean, there's PC for, I believe, trespass on property after warning. I'm gonna find that there's no PC for 1 and 2. Well, I do find that there is for 2, but if the state wants to get additional information, so count 1, and Ms. Kennedy Swanson, I mean, with regards to the other case, I mean, there is probable cause, so I don't know what you want me to reset it for.
On the misdemeanor or the?
Yeah,
That's fine, Your Honor. If Your Honor wants to address the misdemeanor, I'll just separate them.
so I do find PC for trespass on property after warning. I'm gonna stay the bond at the 500, appoint the PD in that case. And she's to abide by all trespass warnings, and she's not to return back. I believe that's to the
Wawa and OBT.
Wawa. So we'll reset it for PC as to count 1. We'll stay the bond on count 3 at this time. Huh? I'm waiting till tomorrow to address the out on bond. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Lopez, Diaz.
All right, Mr. Diaz Lopez, and this is the one where there was the bond correction sheet, Mr. Jordan,
My mistake.
2019 CF 11826AO. You're charged with battery on a uniformed licensed security officer, retail theft over 300, battery and resisting a merchant. I do find probable cause for all of those offenses. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back to 8001 South Orange Blossom Trail, the Florida Mall. Anywhere at the Florida Mall, you're not to go back there. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. Your bond is set at $2,500 on count 1, $150 on count 2, and $100 on counts 3 and 4.
Do you have any questions, sir?
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Felton.
All right, Mr. Felton, you're here in 2019 CF 4183AO. You're arrested pursuant to a KPS for failing to appear for your arraignment. On August 15th, 2019, the judge revoked your release and set your bond at none. I am going to appoint the public defender's office if they haven't previously been appointed to represent you. And it appears as though you also have a hold for Pasco County. I don't know anything about it.
Can I say something? I was in jail when,
Right, and some judges find that to be a willful failure to appear if you've been arrested on another case, so you'll have to address that with the judge who issued the KPS, okay?
can I ask you a question? How do I get an FTA if I'm in here though?
Because if you were arrested on another case,
I wasn't.
I don't know anything about the facts, but I'm not permitted by law to change the KPS. So you're gonna have to bring that up with the judge who signed
But
the
when I
KPS.
go see him,
Your attorneys can file a motion, and they can put all of that information in the motion, and the judge can look at that information to decide whether or not that it was a willful failure to appear or not, and whether to give you a bond, okay? All right, please tell me your name.
Shayna Fisher.
All right, Ms. Fisher, you're here in 2019 CF 11619. You're arrested for petty theft with 2 prior convictions pursuant to a warrant, and probable cause was previously found. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back.
West Colonial Drive.
Thank you, Mr. Jordan. The Wawa at 1200 West Colonial Drive. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. And I'm gonna stay the bond.
She was seen downtown for her out on bond yesterday, and that's when they arrested her, so.
Yes. And the judge,
Okay, hold on. I relax, Mr. Jordan.
well, she's,
Let her finish what she's saying. So did they,
He already knows that she had an existing warrant, and she was arrested downtown.
okay, and who, do we know who the judge was in that case?
Tanya,
yes.
Did he, okay.
set a court date, a status waiver for October 3rd.
On the out on bond, okay, so I won't take any action on that today, based on Judge Young being aware of it and understanding that. So your bond is set at $2,000 on the new law violation, and I'll take no action on the out on bond, just make sure you show up for your status date, okay? All right?
Andrew George, Your Honor, is in the hospital.
We will reset Mr. George within 24 hours of his release from the hospital.
Jamie Ishman is also in the hospital.
Okay. We set Mr. Ishman within 24 hours of release from the hospital. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Lucerne.
Do we know what happened to Oh, is your last name Lucerne?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. All right, Mr. Lucerne, you're here in 2019 CF 3823. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief over 200 under 1,000. And you did not fill out a form for the public defender.
Correct.
Were you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Pound representing myself.
Okay, that's never a good idea, but, if the state does decide to file charges in the case, you can discuss that with the judge who's assigned to the case. Do you think you're gonna be able to post your bond? It's gonna be stayed at the $5,000 on count 1 and 100 on count 2.
Yes, ma'am. I'm working on it.
Okay, do you want me to set you for a determination of counsel in a week to see if you've changed your mind?
You can if you want to,
Okay,
ma'am.
we'll do that, just in case you change your mind. We'll set him for a DOC hearing in a week. So your conditions of release are that you're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You're not to return back to 1120 Palma Drive in Orlando. And I am gonna stay the bond at the 5,000 on count 1, 100 on count 2, and then we'll see you in a week if you haven't bonded out, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Mario Merced.
All right, Mr. Merced, you're here in 2019 CF 4604. You're arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for retail theft over 300. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to return back to the Home Depot at 13121 South Orange Blossom Trail or have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. The bond will stay at $2,500, and I believe you do have reporting requirements that I have to advise you of, Mr. Merced, so it's very important that you listen to what I'm saying. Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What, you have reporting requirements. Did you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Make sure that you comply with those reporting requirements.
No, not a ticket.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Hi, it's Ortiz.
All right, Mr. Ortiz, you're here in 2019 CF 11815AO. You were arrested for possession of cannabis over 20 grams with a weapon, possession of cannabis with intent to distribute, possession of alprazolam with intent to sell, trafficking a controlled substance over 4 grams, possession of cocaine, possession of, looks like methyldioxamphetamine, possession of drug paraphernalia with intent to sell, I'm not sure what that is, and possession of propoxyphene. I'm gonna appoint the public, no, you did not fill out a form for the PD.
No.
Are you planning on hiring your own attorney?
Yes.
Okay, have you spoken with an attorney?
No.
Okay. Do you want me to appoint the PD today if you qualify, and then you can hire an attorney?
Sure.
Okay. Do you work, sir?
Yes.
Okay. And how much, do you get paid weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly?
Weekly.
And then how much do you get paid per week after taxes?
380.
Okay. And do you have children?
No.
Okay. I do find that you qualify for the public defender. I'm gonna appoint them to represent you. For purposes of probable cause, the trafficking in a controlled substance over 400 grams, alprazolam is a Schedule 4 drug, which is not included in trafficking. So, yeah, so, and then I don't know what methyldioxamphetamine, if that's the MDMA that they tested.
Yeah, I was.
Don't talk.
Don't say it.
I don't-
know the answer to that question, Your Honor.
And I don't know what toxaphene. I don't know what any of these things, they're not mentioned in the affidavit. They tested everything for alprazolam, which they identified by the pill identifier. They identified the marijuana and they tested MDMA and cocaine.
I believe would be the, for number 6, that would be the MDMA.
That's what I thought.
Number 6 for the Propex, I've never heard of it.
I don't-
See
yeah.
it listed as a substance in the police report. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what half of these things are.
They would say, no objection, no PC on 8, which is the, on the trafficking, number 4, civil possession. That number 6 would be the MDMA. I think that's the only one that.
I mean, we've already got possession of alprazolam with intent to sell.
So we can ROR
Yeah.
count 6.
So for count 1, the bond will be $5,000. Count 2, 150. Count 3, I'm gonna set as 150. Count 4, I don't find probable cause for that. I'm gonna ROR him on that one.
Thank you.
Count 5, 150, count 6, 150, count 7, there's I don't know what possession of drug paraphernalia with intent to sell is.
It's simple possession of
Yeah.
paraphernalia.
So, is that just 893.147? Okay. So just a simple possession of paraphernalia, of drug paraphernalia is what I find probable cause for. The bond on that will be $100. And count 8, I have no idea what that is. I'm gonna ROR on that unless the state wants additional time. So the bonds are 5,000, 150, 150, ROR, 150, 150, 100, and ROR. And you do have the PD if you wanna hire your own attorney, you can always do that, okay? And, your conditions of release are no weapons, no firearms, no ammunition, and you cannot possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
John Staggered, ma'am.
All right, Mr. Staggered, you're here in 2019 CF 11822 AO. You're arrested for possession of fentanyl and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. You're not to return back to Powers Pediatrics at 7037 Rose Avenue. And I am gonna stay the bond at 1,000 on count 1. I'll reduce count 2 to 100.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, please tell me your name.
Jonathan Tucker.
All right, Mr. Tucker, you're here in 2019 CF 11620. And you're arrested pursuant to a warrant which probable cause was found for armed burglary of a dwelling with a firearm, grand theft 3rd degree of a firearm. There's 2 counts of that. Count 4 is grand theft 3rd degree. Count 5, criminal mischief. Count 6, dealing in stolen property as trafficking. Count 7, false verification of ownership from a secondhand dealer, pawn shop. And count 8, possession of ammunition or firearm by a convicted felon. And I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Count 1 is a punishable by life felony. State, did you wanna be heard as to bond?
Yes, Your Honor, it looks like, based on the affidavit by Officer Temples, he responded to, the resident in Cody over burglary. This defendant and the victim, and I guess another person, seemed like they may have lived together. This defendant said there was some property, they had a found them in the kitchen. The items that were taken once the victim was able to come back, it looks like it was a gun, a leaf blower, and other items. Those items were pawned. The leaf blower was identified as, based on the thumbprint of this defendant, as the one that pawned it, saying it was his owner, that he owned it. The victim was able to identify it as his actual leaf blower. It looks like there was something that, a chase happened in Polk County, where this defendant and a co-defendant were tried to be arrested. According to the police report of the Lake County case, they threw the gun out of the window, which would have been the gun from this original burglary. There was also a Facebook message between the defendant and the victim where he said, "Ha-ha," that is assumed to be a relation to this burglary of the home that had taken place. Based on information, we believe the defendant should be held at no bond, no contact with the victim or any witnesses in this case. No return to the residence, no return to that pawn shop as well. No weapons, no firearms, no drugs, no alcohol.
Mr. Jordan, any argument?
Your Honor, we defer to the court at this time.
Based on my review, as well as the state's recitation of the facts, I do find proof evident, presumption great, and I am gonna hold him no bond on the armed burglary of a dwelling with a firearm. Count 2 is gonna be 150, count 3, 150, count 4, 150, count 5, 150, count 6, 150, and count 7, 150. And the conditions of release are that you are not to return back to 1616 Doris Ann Court. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or ammunition. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances without a valid prescription. And you're not to return to the pawn shop located at Value Pawn, 5141 Silver Star Road, or have any contact with any listed victims or witnesses at that location either. And you're out on bond in 2019 CF 6139AO for kidnapping. I am gonna revoke that bond and set that at none. And you do have an attorney on that case, and they can file any appropriate motions with regards to bond for you.
I'm sorry, did you get count 8? Or on page 2?
I'm sorry, I did not see that. Count 8 is possession of a firearm by convicted felon as well. I'll set that at 150.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Sorry, missed that one. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Henry Bonador, but prefer Veronica.
Okay. In 2019 CF 11777AO, you're arrested for possession of cocaine and possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I'm gonna set the bond on count 1 at 1,000 and count 2 at 100.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, please tell me your name, sir. All right, Mr. Williams, you're here in 2019 CF 11813AO. You're arrested for retail theft over 300.
Yeah.
I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office. You're not to return back to 8101 South John Young Parkway, the Walmart, or have
Okay.
any contact with any listed victim or witness.
Okay.
And your bond will stay set at the $1,000.
They're saying you don't qualify.
right, please tell me your name, sir.
Tom Baldwin.
All right, Mr. Baldwin, you're here in 2019 MM 6954. You're arrested for trespass in an occupied structure or conveyance. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Baldwin if you wanted to resolve his case?
There was not an offer, Your Honor, but I had no objection to PTR.
Okay, so I'm gonna place you in the pretrial release program. Mr. Baldwin, you need to make sure that you comply with everything that they tell you to do. If you don't, then they can tell me or another judge and they can revoke your bond, okay? All right? And you're not to have any contact with Mr. Blackshear, and you're not to return back to the property on 2800 North Pine Hills Road. I believe that's the property, and you've been trespassed from there, I believe, so you must abide by the trespass warnings, okay?
Camille Bannister is behavior, Your Honor.
All right, we'll reset Mr. Bannister. All right, please tell me your name.
Nathan Franklin.
All right, Mr. Franklin, you're here in 19 MM 6918 AO. You're arrested for trespass. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Franklin?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state was adjudication of guilt, credit time served, and no return. I have spoken with my client. He does wish to accept that offer.
Okay.
You on probation? No, sir.
All right, Mr. Franklin, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yeah.
I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. Can't go back to 633 Lake Dot Circle, that Salvation Army. You've been trespassed. You must abide by the trespass warnings. And I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 20th, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. Good luck to you. Please tell me your name, sir. Please tell me your name.
Mavronis,
All right,
Harry.
Mr. Masronis, you're here in 2019 MM 6940 AO. You're arrested for battery. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't believe the state would have an offer for you.
But can I explain my situation?
I would
for
not
state?
talk about anything about the case.
If you look,
Here to hear about that, but-
All right, Mr. Mavronis, I'm
if you
gonna
look
order
in my
that you're not
records,
to
she's
have.
assaulted me twice already, so I don't know what to expect with her. I have to
Okay, well,
defend myself.
today's not the day. If you have a defense, or you wanna present evidence, or you wanna fight the charge, today's not the day for that.
Can the
So,
state go with a
you're-
plea bargain?
You're not, the state has no offer for you. This is a victim case, and they have a right to be heard. So I am gonna order no contact directly or indirectly with the victim in the case. You're not to possess any weapons or firearms or any ammunition. You know, based on the facts as well as the prior history and the failures to appear, I am setting your bond at $1,500.
Figure that. Your Honor, my bond was only 500, I had to go to
That's your-
1,500.
well,
The problem
that's
with that is I
that's
don't have
before you
anybody that will post
got
it for
to
me. That's not fair.
So you have a long history of violent offenses and failures to appear,
Where, in the
so
state of Florida or here? I ain't even right.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Your Honor, can we skip Mr. McCoy? He's in the restroom.
Sure.
Okay. We have Mr. Neely.
All right, Mr. Neely, can you please state your name for the record?
Jeremy Matthew Neely.
All right, Mr. Neely, you're here in 2019 MM 6946AO. You're arrested for petty theft. It's a retail offense. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. Was there an offer?
There was not, Your Honor.
Okay.
It's multiple petty thefts.
Okay, so I am gonna order that you have no contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You're not to return back to Walmart at 8101 South Yongyang Parkway. You must abide by all trespass warnings. And I am gonna stay the bond at the $250. I said no return,
Yes,
yeah,
you
and,
said.
yeah, abide by trespass warning.
At the Walmart, yes.
At the Walmart. Please tell me your name, sir.
Stephen.
Are you Mr. Young?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Young, you're here in 2019 MM 6948AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Young if you wanted to resolve his case?
Yes, Your Honor. The offer from the state was an adjudication of guilt, credit time served, as well as no return. He does wish to accept that offer. I have spoken with him about the offer. He does wish to accept it and enter a plea of no contest. Did you have any questions about this?
Thank you. All right, Mr. Young, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yeah.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes.
You understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yeah.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
Okay, you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. Can't go back to the dollar and up at 12225 South Orange Blossom Trail. You must abide by the trespass warnings. I have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 20th, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you, sir. All right, good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right.
This is Mr. McCoy, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. McCoy, can you tell me your name for purposes of the record?
Dominic McCoy.
All right, Mr. McCoy, you're here in 2019 MM 6941AO. You're arrested for petty theft, retail offense. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. I don't know if the state will have an offer for you.
There is not, Your Honor.
Okay, so you're not to return back to Home Depot at 6130 East Colonial Drive. You've been trespassed from there. You must abide by all trespass warnings. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. I am setting your bond at $500 on the case. You're out on bond for grand theft. Do we know what the status is in that, in the Osceola case? 'Cause I don't,
This is an Osceola case?
Yeah.
May have 1 second.
sure, thank you. If you could, because it's hard for me to access it. I see a return date of September 2nd, but I don't, yeah. Okay. All right, well, I am revoking that release and setting that at none at this time.
Or it looks like it just has a preliminary hearing. I guess when he bonded out, they gave him that status date.
Yeah, so I don't know, does he have the PD, do we know?
In that case, I don't see an attorney.
No.
Okay.
He's in our system.
I'm
I
gonna,
was unable to see if we.
I'm gonna appoint the public defender. right, your attorney, I appointed the PD so they can file any appropriate motions for you in the case in Osceola.
You need to tell her that you just got an attorney appointed, but you can't get out.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Corey Haveman, Your Honor. Corey Michael Haveman.
Do
Oh,
we know
there
what
we go.
happened to Pagan?
Spanish interpreter.
Oh, okay, all right. I'll hold on to this one for you, or I'll give it to Judge Carter. Okay. And then is Isagara Donez also Spanish? That's a
Yes.
ice hold? Okay,
Alex,
yeah,
yes.
okay. And you're Corey Havman? Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you're here in 2019 MO 1471AO. You're arrested for an open container violation. I do find probable cause, and did you want to see if the state had an offer for you? I don't have a public defender form filled out. Did you?
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Credit for time served, 3 days.
3 days? Okay. So it would be an adjudication of guilt, 3 days, credit for time served, and I would have to impose court costs. I'll give you a year to pay those off. Do you want to take the offer?
That sounds terrific. Yes, Your
Okay.
Honor.
All right, I'll have you sign the plea form.
Okay. I want to plead no contest.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, sir, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
It is, Your Honor.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
I do, Your Honor.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
I do, Your
Are
Honor.
you on probation anywhere?
No, I'm not.
Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I do find a factual basis based on the affidavit in the court file to accept your plea. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 3 days time served. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 20th, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be provided for you.
Thank you
All
very
right?
much.
Good luck to you. All right, tell me your name, sir.
Ryan Heisinger, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Heisinger, guess we're all happy to report that Leon County is not gonna come and pick you up, okay? So, this is case number, well, I don't have a specific case number, but, so you were here yesterday for the on-view VOP, so I'm gonna ROR you on that. That doesn't mean that your probation officer still can't file a violation of probation. So you may want to, in an abundance of caution, be honest with your probation officer and follow those requirements and advise them of the arrest, because if you don't and they find out, that can also be a violation.
Thank you.
So I don't want you to get stuck in that
Yeah.
situation, okay? So I'm gonna ROR you on the case, and you still have the other case here pending. So just make sure that you keep in touch with the public defender in that case, and you show up to any court dates if there are any, okay?
Of course, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good luck to you. All right, please tell me your name.
Michael Carmine Nasta.
All right, Mr. Nasta, you're here in 2019 MM 6898AO. You arrested for trespass on property after warning. I do find probable cause, and I am gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, adjudication, credit for time served, 3 days.
And I do have to impose court costs. I'd give you a year to pay him off. And you can't go back to City Park, Lake Eola, 101 North Roslyn Avenue.
Your Honor, after speaking with my client, he does wish to accept, and it's a no
Yes, ma'am.
contest.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Did you have any questions?
Thank you. Mr. Nasta, I'm showing you the plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, and do you find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea based on the affidavit? I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 3 days' time served. You've been trespassed from Lake Eola, you can't go back there.
I
If you go
understand
back,
that.
you'll probably get arrested, so you can't go back there. And I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order you pay those by August 20th, 2020. That gives you a year to pay them off. If you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Good luck to you.
Remember the next case is Mr. Nia.
Pania?
He refused again, state request that it not be waived, his appearance not be waived again.
Okay, so Mr. Pania has refused to come to court again?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so, he's refused twice to come to court. I'm gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent him. Mr. Jordan, do you wanna waive his appearance?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Waive his appearance as to initial appearance.
So he was arrested in 2019 CF 11764AO for attempted burglary of a conveyance. I do find probable cause for that offense. I appointed the public defender already. He's not to return back to 2111 Lime Bay Drive or have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. Do we know what's going on with is there competency issues here?
I believe so, Your Honor. Well, yes, as to 2019 CF 1170. In 2019 MM 4820, no notice of incompetency has been filed yet, but that is a newer case.
The 1170 has, the next hearing is set for October the 3rd.
I,
It's like they had competency status May 21st and July 25th. In that case.
Is it 1170?
Just 1 0.
Just 1 0,
It's very
yes.
confusing.
Yeah, that was a rabbit hole I had to go down and find out.
And the 821.
So there's been a finding of incompetence in that case.
Yes. However, in the other cases, it doesn't look like they have even, I don't think he has a public defender in the 8241 case. I'm not showing that. I don't know if Mr. Jordan does.
I didn't have any information on that case.
8241, I show that there's no attorney, so it's been since June, and there's no notice of incompetence, but that wouldn't be if he.
Okay, so in the 1170 case, it looks like there's been a motion to find him incompetent. One doctor report, which the state did not stipulate to, and the court told Speedy and granted the state's request for a second evaluation. That's supposed to be Dr. Danziger. There's been no finding of incompetence in that case.
No.
Okay, so there's been no finding of incompetence in that case. We have 2019 CF 8241. Nothing's been filed in that case.
I don't show the PD's office on that case.
I show that they. Well, it's showing that there's an attorney. Judge Kirkland did the IA and did not appoint the PD. I'm gonna appoint the PD on that invoking his release on all three cases and setting the bonds at none in 2019 MM 4820AO, 2019 CF 1170AO, and 2019 CF 8241. I don't know, I think that's 8241AO. And he has attorneys on all three cases now. I did appoint the public defender on the case that he did not have the public defender. I did impose conditions of release in this case, and I am gonna set the bond in this present case at $2,500. We have some bond hearings.
Charlie, can I get the criminal history on Stacy Emerson?
I looked up 6660AO and it's not pulling up. Is that the correct case number?
So look at my system.
6660. I must have put an O in instead. All right, 2019 MM 6660AO. Can you tell me your name, ma'am?
Stacy Emerson.
All right, Ms. Emerson, your attorneys have filed a motion for release on your own recognizance or on the alternative to reduce bond. And you have like 3 counts of retail petty theft and a possession of drug paraphernalia. Did she not qualify for pretrial release?
No, Your Honor, we verified multiple addresses and no one is willing to take her in, so right now we just can't do PTR for her. And I did explain that to Mr. Jordan.
Okay, and so the bonds are 100 on
Yes.
one through 3 and 500 on count 4.
Your understanding's only concerned that she has 5 failures to appear and that the last one was in 2018.
Okay,
So there's a recent.
okay. So, Mr. Jordan, it's your motion. You want to present any evidence, or?
Your Honor, could we put the defendant on the record?
Sure, please raise your right hand to be sworn in.
Do you swear to tell the truth, whole truth, and nothing but the truth, help you God?
Yes, I do.
Ma'am, could you please state your name for the record?
Stacy Marie Emerson?
Ma'am, can you currently afford to pay bond?
No.
Do you have any friends or family in the community that can help you secure the financial resources to pay bond?
No.
Do you have any friends or family in the community that you'd be able to stay with?
Absolutely.
Okay. Would you be able to provide that address?
Yes, and my friend that I have been staying with since February had said that he called back to pretrial and told them everything that was supposed to be done.
Right, we did get a call back from Mr. Chersky, but he's
Yeah.
not allowing you back at his residence.
That's not what I've been on the contact with him on the phone the whole time. Well, then I also have a Hillary West too, and I have her phone number. I have, multiple people.
How long have you lived in the community?
I've been here since 2009. I have 3 children.
And have you ever been convicted of a violent offense?
Absolutely not.
And you were telling me about your failures to appear.
I was incarcerated.
Your previous failures to appear, how did you clear those up?
One, I was incarcerated in the Osceola County Jail. The other one, I came a day late, miscommunication with attorney, and he even mentioned it in court, and everything was taken care of on that one. And that's the only one that I would remember. And then last time I had court, and I was released on my own recognizance, I came back to court and appeared and did everything since my last time I was in trouble.
And you're going to appear for all future court dates?
Absolutely.
And stay in contact with your attorney?
Absolutely.
Your Honor, we're requesting that she be released ROR given her financial status.
Who lives at 5669 Wind Hover Drive?
Bobby Tursky
Okay.
and me and my children's father.
So they weren't able to qualify that address?
I have
Is there
other
any
addresses.
information about that address in there?
Well, right here, it looks like we have her at 5625 Windover, and then we have Mr. Tursky at 64.
No, I'm,
Drive. And then we spoke with her sister, and her sister hasn't spoken with her in months, and does not have any information about her. So, she's out, she lives in Washington. And then she has a 5 failure to appear, so we didn't PTR.
I mean, Mr. Jordan, it sounds like there's a lot of,
Confusion?
yeah. I mean, I don't know where, I don't know, they're saying that she doesn't live at 5669 Wind Hover Drive.
I can have him call back. He said he's called back multiple times and said it. My sister even said that too. She said when she talked to the pretrial, the only reason why they denied me is because of my failure to appear.
No, that's.
That's
I mean,
what they told her. I've been in contact.
Well, we understand she
that-
doesn't qualify for PTR.
But
Right, my problem is that there's a lot of information. I'm trusting what they're telling me versus what she's telling me. And I find they're more credible than what she's telling me
Oh, my
because of, I mean, it's just, it's not adding up, Mr. Jordan. So based on the failures to appear and the fact that there's some, obviously, she's providing you some incorrect information and having your office file it in a motion is what I think. So I am gonna deny the motion. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Joseph Conaxel.
All right, you're here in 2019 MM 6719AO. Your attorneys have filed a motion for release on your own recognizance or on the alternative to reduce bond.
State has no objection to ROR.
Okay, keys up real quick.
I
Does
would,
he have any failures to appear?
No.
Does he have any recent criminal history?
He didn't have, I believe it was last
I see a juvenile, nothing.
yeah, I see minor,
didn't have,
but no failures appears.
No, I've been in trouble once.
He only has one felony, one misdemeanor, that was for possession of cannabis in Alpazamo.
Okay, and you're gonna be living at the Coalition for the Homeless?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
He-
all right. I am gonna grant your motion. Make sure that you keep in touch with your attorneys so that you can show up to all your court dates if the state does file an information and you don't miss your arraignment, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right?
Yes, ma'am.
State is ready for your motion now.
Okay, thank you. So we have one filed by Mr. Williams, in 2019 CF 10051AO. Brian Jacob Woods, I think information was filed.
Correct, Your Honor, it should be denied.
Okay, we have 2019 CF 10260AO, Janori Canary Graham. Information was filed, I believe.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
on 8/19.
Yes, Your Honor.
So that will be denied. CF 9108AO Pasquale Signano.
Should be denied. The state filed information on 8/19.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 10050AO Nandy Alexander Fernandez.
Should be denied. The state filed information on 8/19.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 10388AO Rashawn Speedle.
Should be denied. The state filed information on 8/19.
That will be denied. 2019 CF 9768AO Lyndon Ontley Smith.
That should be denied. The state filed information on 8/19.
That will be denied. CF 10317 Vicendi Henry.
Should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 9664AO Robert Earl Williams.
Should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 CF 7995AO Derek Antonio Wilkerson.
That should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. 2019 MM 6020 Derek Antonio Wilkerson.
Should be granted. The state filed notice of non-filing for the 33rd day.
That will be granted. All right, anything else?
That's all for the first session, Your Honor.
All right, we'll be in recess. On the record, it is August 20th, 2019. This is courtroom 1, session 2. Can I have the parties announce themselves for the record, please?
Kathy Kennedy Swanson on behalf of the Office of State Attorney.
Adam Scholl on behalf of the Public Defenders.
Cody Jordan with Public Defender's Office.
Ashley Golson first. Ashley Golson. Reset.
You say Ashley Golson? Yep.
The Office of Yesterday Adjudication and Credit Time Served and Return.
Okay.
All right, please tell me your name.
Ashley Golson.
All right, Ms. Goldson, you're here in 2019 MM 6907 AO. You're arrested for trespass on property after warning and resisting an officer without violence. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender. Was there an offer?
Yes, Your Honor, adjudication, credit for time served, 2 days, no return.
All right, does she want to enter a plea of no contest, Mr. Scholl?
Yes, Your Honor,
All
sorry.
right, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Correct.
Did you understand everything that was contained within the plea form? Let me finish my question. Do you understand everything that was contained within the plea form?
Yes.
Do you understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yeah.
Are you on probation anywhere? Do you understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation?
What?
If you're not a U.S. citizen.
Oh, I'm a
the
citizen.
plea will subject you to deportation. Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay. All right, I do find a factual basis for acceptance of the plea. I am gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 2 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 2 days' time served. It's gonna run concurrent on each count. I do have to impose court costs. I'm gonna order that you pay those by August 20th, 2020. I think you've been trespassed. You can't go back to that Wawa at 1200 West Colonial Drive, okay?
How long am I trespass
I
from
don't know,
there?
you gotta read the trespass warning. So, if you want to appeal the judgment and sentence of the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Burton E. Burton.
All right, Mr. Burton, you're here in 2019 CF 11830AO. You're arrested for possession of cocaine with intent to sell or deliver, possession of MDMA, resisting an officer without violence, possession of drug paraphernalia, and possession of oxycodone. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. Your bonds will stay set at $15,000 on count 1, $150 on count 2, $100 on counts 3 and 4, and $150 on count 5. I'm not gonna take action on your out on release cases. So just make sure you don't miss any court dates and you don't have any.
Hey, ma'am, can I say one thing? They,
Careful what you
I know, I'm gonna
Mr.
be
Burton?
careful what I say, but
Okay, is there a reason to say anything today?
yes,
Okay.
yeah, it's a good reason.
Okay, it's at your own peril.
Because, I tried to talk to you and now you wouldn't listen to me.
Your Honor, can I just have one moment with him, please, Your Honor?
I mean, I'm not revoking your releases on your other cases, sir, so. I know what's going. Well, because your attorneys will have to file a motion in this case with regards to that, okay? There's been no finding of anything in this case. So you've just been arrested. So your attorneys are aware of any competency issues that you may have, and they will file motions. I'm sure of it.
Yeah, but I'm trying not to get back out, Your Honor. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to at
Okay,
least
well,
go
you
to a
can
state
tell the
hospital or
judge-
something
you can
because
tell the
putting
judge
these
in that
charges
case.
on me.
All right, Mr. Burton, we're done here. Thank you.
I don't give a damn what I said in this courtroom, man.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Even Carol.
All right, Mr. Carroll, you're here in 2019 CF 11846AO. You're arrested for grand theft third degree of a motor vehicle. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case. You cannot go back to the Lockheed Martin plant
All right.
at 5600 West Sand Lake Road. And you do have reporting requirements, so you need to maintain those. Your bond is set at 2,500. You're out on bond for the same offense. In 2018 CF 14024 AO.
Okay.
We don't have a, we don't have a bond. There's no detainee for that case.
Okay, I have one.
You have one? What was the case number you want?
2018 CF 14024. It's set for trial. He has pre-trial on October
Oh, so I can
1st,
talk whatever.
case management on October 8th, and October 14th is his trial date. And he has Mr. Bono representing him. So I'm revoking that release, and Mr. Bono, you need to speak with him, and he can file any appropriate motions with regards to
I was wondering if you could keep that bond open for me,
No,
and you couldn't do like a conditional release or something. All right, cool.
all right, please tell me your name, sir.
Matthew Hamilton.
All right, Mr. Hamilton, you're hearing a bunch of cases. I got 2019 CF 11842AO. I'm gonna appoint the PD in all of the cases for you. And in that case, you're arrested for burglary of a conveyance, criminal mischief, and petty theft. I do find probable cause. In 2019 CF 11841AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I do find probable cause. 2019 CF 11840AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I do find probable cause. 2019 CF 11839AO, burglary of a conveyance, grand theft, third degree, and petty theft, I do find probable cause. 2019 CF 11838AO, burglary of a conveyance, criminal mischief, and petty theft, I do find probable cause. 2019 CF 11837AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I find probable cause. 2019 CF 11836AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I do find probable cause. 2019 CF 11835AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, and I find probable cause. 2019 CF 11834AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I find probable cause. 2019 CF 11833AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I do find probable cause. 2019 CF 11832AO, burglary of a conveyance, criminal mischief, and petty theft, I find probable cause. 2019 CF 11831AO, burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief, I do find probable cause. In 2019 CF 11809AO, you're arrested pursuant to a warrant, which probable cause was already found for burglary of a conveyance and criminal mischief. And I think that was all of them. And so you're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in any of the cases, and all of those individuals are named and listed in each affidavit or arrest warrant. You're not to return to any of the victim's residences, and those are also listed in the affidavits. I'm not gonna go through every single one of them, but they are listed in each and every one of those affidavits. And I'm gonna stay the bond in all of the cases. So $3,500 on the first case, at $100 on each additional count. The second case, $3,500 on count 1, $100 on count 2. That third case, $3,500 and $100. The fourth case, $3,500, $150, and $100. The fifth case, $3,500, $100, $100. Sixth case, $3,500, $100. 7, $3,500, $100. 8, $3,500, $100. 9, $3,500, $100. 10, 10, 3,500, 100, and 11, 3,500, 100, 100, 12, 3,500, 100, and 13, 3,500, and all. I'm gonna stay that $500 bond in that case. All right, thank you. All right, please tell me your name.
Alexis Morel.
Is Mr. Maynard?
Morel.
Maynard is bonded, yes.
Okay, we'll take no action. Mr. Morel, you're here in 2019 CF 11843AO. You're arrested for retail theft over 300. I do find probable cause. And you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Were you planning on hiring an attorney?
No.
Okay, all right. Did you want to represent yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, that's something that you're gonna have to discuss with the judge if the state files charges. So I will not appoint the public defender in that case. You're not to return back to 7599 Dr. Phillips Boulevard. You're not to have any contact with any listed victims or witnesses in the case. Or any co-defendants, if there are any. And then the bond will stay set at 1,000, and then you're also here in 2019 MM 5931AO. You're arrested pursuant to a KPS for failing to comply with pretrial conditions imposed in an ROR order entered on August 9th, 2019, and the judge did set your bond at none in that case. Does he have an attorney in that case? Okay, so the PD can file any appropriate motions for you in that case. All right, please tell me your name.
Isaiah Ozias.
All right, Mr. Ozias, you're here in 2019 CF 11847AO. You're arrested for grand theft, third degree of a motor vehicle. I do find probable cause. I'm gonna appoint the public defender. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness in the case, and the bond will stay set at $1,000.
Your Honor, if I may, can we
I
lower?
would be very careful about what you say.
Yes, Your Honor. I was wondering, he just,
When you touch that, it mutes it.
oh, okay, I apologize. If we could lower his bond,
I'm not lowering the
okay,
bond.
okay.
All right, please tell me your name, sir.
Crispin Terrell.
All right, Mr. Terrell, you're here in 2019 CF 11828AO. You're arrested for tampering with physical evidence. I do find probable cause for the tampering with physical evidence, and you did not fill out a form for the public defender. Did you plan on hiring your own attorney?
Yes.
Okay. And so he's gonna hire his own attorney. So I'm gonna stay the bond at the $1,000. You're not to possess or consume any illegal substances without a valid prescription. I'm not gonna take any action on the out-on bond case today, but that doesn't mean that the judge in that case couldn't take action on that at some point. Okay? Just so you know.
Jeffrey Rodriguez bonded, Your Honor.
All right, I'll take no action on Mr. Rodriguez. Please tell me your name, sir.
Alex Soto.
All right, Mr. Soto, you're here in 2019 CT 6134AO. You were arrested for driving while license suspended as a subsequent offender. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender's office. I'm going to put you in the pretrial release program. Need to make sure.
Sorry, it has no addition to ROR.
Okay. I'm gonna put him in the pretrial release program based on other things that were located in the vehicle that he was in. So you need to make sure that you comply with all of those requirements, okay, Mr. Soto?
Yes.
All right, please tell me your name, ma'am.
Joanne Fennick Lopez.
All right, Ms. Fennick Lopez, you were picked up on an out-of-county warrant out of Hillsborough County, and you have a $1,000 bond. If you're not able to bond out, Hillsborough County pursuant to our admin order has 72 hours, not including weekends and holidays, to come and pick you up. But if you can bond out, then you can bond out. If not, you'll come back before me or another judge, okay, in that time frame.
Okay, thank you.
Please tell me your name.
Dowd.
Mr. Dowd, you're here in 2019 MM 6903. You were arrested for possession of drug paraphernalia. I do find probable cause. I am going to appoint the public defender. Was there an offer for Mr. Dowd if you wanted to accept that? I'm not going to take any action on his out on release case today.
Yes, Your Honor, adjudication of guilt, credit for time served of 3 days.
Your Honor, just 1 minute. Your Honor, 1 minute. Contest the offer from the state.
1 second, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, Mr. Dowd, I'm showing you this plea form. Is this your signature at the bottom?
Yes,
Did you understand everything contained within the plea form?
Yes, ma'am.
Understand all the rights you're giving up by entering the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you on probation anywhere?
No, ma'am.
You understand if you're not a U.S. citizen, the plea will subject you to deportation.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, do find a factual basis. I'm gonna adjudicate you guilty, sentence you to 3 days in the Orange County Jail with credit for 3 days time served. I do have to impose court costs. Then order you pay those by August 20th, 2020. If you want to appeal the judgment sent to the court, you must do so in writing within 30 days. If you cannot afford an attorney, one will be appointed for you. Don't miss any of the other court dates if you have any, okay? All right, please tell me your name, sir.
John Harrington.
All right, Mr. Harrington, you're here in case number 2019 MM 6905 AO. You're arrested for battery. I do find probable cause. I am gonna appoint the public defender's office to represent you. You're not to have any contact with any listed victim or witness or any co-defendant in the case. You're not to possess or consume any alcohol or any illegal substances. You're not to return back to the Kinneret Apartments unless you live there.
No, we live outside of it.
Okay, you can't go back there. You can't have any contact with anybody that's in the case. Alright, I'm gonna set your bond at $1,500. Do we know what's going on with his out on release case, or?
See, it's not really a charging decision.
Okay. I'm not gonna take any action on that, Mr. Harrington, but if you get arrested again, it's likely your bond's gonna get revoked in both the cases. And you do have reporting requirements, Mr. Harrington. He has reporting requirements. So if he stays in the Orange County Jail, he needs to change his address. All right, thank you. Is Miss Washington coming? Oh. Oh, okay. But I reset her.
For tomorrow.
Right, oh, okay, I had it again. Somehow it. Oh, okay, all right, I'm confused. All right, anything else? No? No? Okay, thank you. We'll be in recess till tomorrow.